Hi guys, Tuva here. I have such a different one for you today. One that I'm really excited about because it's something that people don't recognise in Norse traditional craft. Years before Valhala or any of those things existed, for thousands of years, the belief was in reincarnation. Yes, reincarnation. When you think of Norse traditional craft and all the stuff to do with the Vikings, you immediately think of Valhalla. You immediately think of the Valkyries, of Helheim, of Folkvanga. But the thing is, my friends, the actual belief system, which lasted a lot longer for that period of time, was only for a couple of 100 years. It was while the Vikings were actually on their raids, and it seemed to be something that came out of the fact that they were always in wars of some sort. So of course it gave the ones that were fighting, the warriors, something to aim for, something to look forwards to be united in their valour and their strength forever and ever. But if you go back before that time, and there is written word that will actually back it up, they did believe in reincarnation. Now this was widespread around the world. It wasn't just these people. There were many countries that believed in reincarnation. And you might ask, well, where is the proof in this? Reincarnation was actually believed in by the Norse people, by the Germanic people called the Teutons, and they stemmed from Denmark. But they were a people that were very Germanic. There was many tribes involved. Now these people believed very much so in reincarnation. The Romans noted it in their writings, in their historical accounts, that these people were so victorious in battle because they had no fear. They knew that they were going to be living again. They were going to come back. And so they had no fear of death because death wasn't the end. A Roman historian called Appian, who in the early 1st century wrote about these people, and as I just said, they were renowned for being very brave because they had no fear. So it was noted in the historical writings of the Romans. The Niflung poems, 20 of them, the oldest known poems, wrote, and in those poems they all mention reincarnation. So you can see that it's in written accounts as much as anywhere else, as much as people just believing it. Olaf's saga, Helga, is written down as being reborn as his son. So Olaf died in battle and his son was born. It's said and spoken that and wrote that he come back as Olaf II. Now they look back at those records and laugh because they say that is a load of superstition, but it is still written down, and many people still believe it, that he was a king and he came back as his son. You know, who's to deny it? Nobody knows till they actually pass through that veil. We have another description of how this works, and that was about birthmarks now, which has been recorded also in writings. So we have the Thorda saga Rada, which talks about him being reborn in his son again, having the mark of his injury on his son's arm. So again it is noted that birthmarks have a relevance in proving really that there is such thing as reincarnation. Saga also talks about a boy that has marks upon his sides, both sides, and it is the marks of his grandfather who had his arms ripped off. so you can see there is much relevance in birthmarks and marks on the body as to whether they have actually become reborn as the person that received these marks or these death marks or these injuries. So not easily explained away. Look at our own bodies at this point and look for marks and see if anything corresponds with maybe people in our own family, our ancestors. Say for example you had a mark across your neck. Was there anybody in the family that died of some sort of injury to their neck or had an operation on their neck or something like that? For you don't know, you may well have been reincarnated from that person. People can be reincarnated over and over and over. Some are young, some are not. Some are ancient, some are newer. There is such scope for understanding in this field. People are not as relevant in this in the Norse traditions because they think of what is also written in all the books. And yes, there is a lot of reference towards what I was talking about earlier, which is going to Valhala and all that. But you've got to remember to get things in context, for that was just a short period of time. So what means more to a nation of people is something that was there long before, that has stayed with many people, and traditions carry on. The wonderful thing is it's still to this day being carried on without people even realising it, because what happens is you get families where when great-grandfather would die, his name would be passed to the great-grandson, so he would be walking with that man's name in the hopes that that man would come back. Again, stories of keeping it in the fold. So if everybody was to reincarnate into their child or their grandchild, new body for a soul, think of it as a jug that needs water. So the spirit is the water and the jug is the body. As that empties out from one life, it has to go somewhere. Where does it go? Into a new vessel, into a new jug to fill it up again. And so we look at it like that, it makes sense, doesn't it? In my theory, this is my personal theory, is that if we were getting new souls every time there was a birth, would there be so many millions and millions and trillions? Does it not make more sense that there is an actual average of souls that come back, live, die, be reborn? And that way it keeps it on that tree, that everybody is on a soul tree. And if you haven't heard what a soul tree is, guys, it's basically you get a branch on the tree, and on that tree will be so many smaller branches, and each soul is one of those smaller branches, and we live in clusters on each branch. So when we die or pass on to the next stage, we go back to that branch and rest a while and come back. Normally you could find when you regress that you have been in a previous life with other people that you know now, and it's very interesting. And there have been studied stories of people that have actually pinpointed areas, told of people they know, said of how they've died, and it's all proved true. Now there's a lot of skeptics out there that would say it's a load of rubbish, you know, there's no actual proof. The thing is, guys, there's no actual proof in anything on this earth. There's no actual proof of even how we live today. So we have to keep an open mind. Nobody can force you to believe in reincarnation. Just check it out, look it up, look at some of the stuff that's there and feel for it. Try to understand it. Now, I thought today I would do a regression to see if we can find out your past lives may have been. So I want to take you on a journey down some stairs. Now this journey, I'll explain before we do it so that you know what you're doing. But what I'm going to do is take you down these stairs, and when you get to a certain point on the stairs, you're going to feel like walking off of that stair. And as you do, you will find yourself in your previous life. Now, I will give you hints. I will say to you things like, so where are you at the moment? Can you feel what it's like? Is it what you think? Are you male? Are you female? Do you remember who you are? Etc, etc. And once we've done that, we won't stay there long, but I want you to have images of that place. You may even get the smells of the things around you, the noises, and it may be even in different languages. And when we bring you back, we will then give you some healing, and then we'll bring you back to your life. Then you can mull that over and see what you think. If you would like to get yourselves cozy and comfortable and get yourself in loose clothing, make sure you're not going to be disturbed, because that's the worst thing, to be disturbed in something like this, because you're going to go deep, 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 deep. You have to move the veil to see. We hold all these memories of past lives within our souls, and we live our lives not realising that maybe we have a fear of something. It could be to do with something that happened in a previous existence. So you never know what you're going to find, guys. I've been on many regressions myself, and they don't injure you or hurt you. You're not going to get stuck there. You're not going to bring any of it back with you. All you're going to do is find out one of your previous lives. And if you do get something, guys, tell me below in the comments, because I'll be really interested to find out what you actually got from it. We'll get into that mode, that frame of mind that we need to be in. Go and get your water, guys. Get your chair ready, or your bed if you want to lay on that, or a settee, and make sure you're not going to be disturbed. A good idea also is to put a blindfold on if you've got a scarf or something like that, because then you can really, really get into it. And that is the way it's got to be, really. You need to be going deep, deep, deep. So we're going to drum while you get ready. Okay guys, that's giving you time to get everything together, everything ready. Now if you have got a blindfold, please put it on, do it tightly so you can't see, and relax. Don't worry about anything that's going on. Going to, once you're settled, ring the bell, because by ringing the bell we're calling in the energy of the final moment of your previous life. So I'm going to ring the bell, and we're going to take some deep breaths in through the nose and hold it for a few seconds, and then out through the mouth, and relax. Every time you breathe in, I want you to let something in your body relax until you feel really comfortable and really relaxed. So here we go, I'm going to ring the bell now. Breathe in through your nose, hold, and out through your mouth. In through the nose, and again hold, out through the mouth. Feel yourself relaxing. There's nothing to worry about. Think of nothing. Just you are in the right place. Start to feel things relaxing to such an extent that you cannot feel them anymore. deep breath in and let the whole of your body relax. Now in front of you, in your eye of belief, your third eye, which is within your eyebrows, in the middle, we open it and we look to what's around us and before us. And around us is darkness, but it's darkness that you've not felt before. In the background you can hear the heartbeat of you when you were a baby, a small little baby, just been born, with the heartbeat beating. You now walk past that scene. It is you as you was, but you want to find you as you are and have been for many centuries, but in different guises. You watch the scene of how you were born and your mother holding you, but you want to see beyond that, and so you see yourself now within the womb of your mother. And again, you can hear the heartbeat of your mother in her body, a slow, rhythmic, strong, loving, nurturing beat, which keeps you safe, cocooned in the water of life. But now, you feel yourself disappearing from that scene, and you now see in front of you a beautiful curtain. The curtain is like silk, and it is waving around like it's alive. It is like water and silk and all things soft, and you know that you can walk through it. As you go through this beautiful curtain, you see these stairs before you, and they are going downwards, and at the top they are big steps, but as you go down they wilter inwards. There is a banister that is on one side of the stairs that you can hold on to. Now you may feel restricted here, guys, but you need to just relax and feel yourself as if you're walking downstairs. Feel that motion in your mind. What does it feel like as I step down? Now I want you to come down those stairs. I'm going to count down from 20. There are 20 steps, and I'm going to count down slowly, and I'm going to do it with the drum. And as I count, walk down the steps. Each step will feel different to you. So every now and again, on the count of 5, I will stop, and you can get off of that step if you wish, for it will take you to that particular life that you lived, and that is where you will get your experience. So here we go, guys. I'm going to start. So from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Now if some of you want to get off, you can. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. If you want to get off of this step, you can. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. If everyone wants to get off here, they can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyone wants to get off here, they can. Okay guys, wherever you are at this precise time, I want you to open your inner eye and look around you. Where are you? Do you recognize it? How old are you? Look down at yourself. Can you see your clothes? Smell what's going on around. Is there food? Is there something going on around you? Is there any other people around you? Can you note the language? Can you see their clothes, what they are wearing? Take time and look around you. Sometimes we are taken to the life as it is about to end, so be warned of this, but also be aware that you will not feel what it is that happens, so do not be frightened. Is there a scene being played out? Are you in a drama or in a position where you are about to die? Take note of everything you can. How are you feeling? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you frightened? Take a mental note of everything that you are seeing and feeling. Do you get a general idea of what time period this is? Take your time, guys. And so I'm going to let you have some time. We will just meditate together on this. Okay guys, now you may be experiencing the last moments of that particular life, and we don't want to dwell there for too long, so we're going to start to come back, for we cannot stay there. But what I want you to do is look on the floor next to you. There will be a bag. I want you to pick the bag up, open it, and take everything that you have felt, seen, heard and have done, and think of it and put it into the bag. Just think and put. When you've done that, do the bag up and hold it. You're going to bring all that back with you so that you can remember it when you come back. Okay, so now we're going to go back onto the step. We're going to try to feel more normal, not emotional, not sad, not anything like that. You are still who you are. So we're going to step back onto the step. Now for the ones that got off at the bottom, very bottom, which was number 1, I'm going to start to recall you back. So all those, number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All those that got off at number 5 return to that step. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of those that got off at number 10 return to your step with your bag. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All those that got off at number 15, please return to your step and bring your bag. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay guys, all get off of the steps now, for we do need to give you some form of healing. So we're going to ring the bell and ask for the seer to appear before you. Oh seer, come and aid. Healer, come and aid all these that have experienced their past lives that need to be helped, so that they do not retain any of the feelings, of the pain, of the horribleness of what they may have seen, so that they can come back to their lives and feel well and okay, but also to be able to receive any information they need to aid them on this lifespan. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Okay guys, so you stand before the healer and the seer, and they will touch you, and they will chant, and they will blow incense around your head and your body, and you will feel at peace and okay and ready to come back to your lives, to have enjoyed the experience and not to feel sad or anything like that. The seer has now turned and nodded to me, and the healer has bowed. They are now going. Hail and farewell. So you can now come back through that beautiful curtain, guys, through that soft, lovely velvet, and you see yourself being born again and into your loving mother's arms. And you now realise who you are again, and you see yourself going through your childhood, your early teens, at whatever age you are, you find your way back to that precise moment in time, and you are back. Okay guys, you're now back. Take your blindfold off, wriggle your fingers and toes, and make sure you eat and drink, because that is a very deep experience for you. Some people may not have experienced anything. Do not worry, sometimes it takes more than once, more than one go to do this and achieve it. But those that have, please leave me a comment about it. I'll be really interested to find out exactly what you had happen to you. what type of time period it was and all that. I just love regression. It is a brilliant aspect. And what you have to remember, guys, is these lives are stored up in your very inner being, your soul, and so you can attain these memories. They are there. They are there to aid us in these lives. So you can always go back at another time, listen to the recording of this, and go back as many times as you wish. You can always find out what your inner soul is holding, the knowledge it's holding for you. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope so anyway. It was a bit different. The makeup I've got is because you may have heard crows in the background. I always work with my crows. The crows are there with me, so I call on them. So in this video you may hear recordings of crows. Also, this is the symbol of Isa, and the reason I've got that there is because Isa is stillness, it's quietness, it's cold, it's being kept in one position so that you can deal with what you're going through. I just want to thank any new subscribers. You're very welcome to the channel, and I really do hope you get what you want from this channel, from the content that I upload. To those that are passing through, think about subscribing, guys, because you'll get notified and you'll know when I'm uploading. For those that are always there, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Love you guys. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of Valhala.